everybody. Well, first of all, I want to say that it's a great honor for me to be here, and it's much more important for me that I can speak about the Ukraine, that wonderful country with amazing people who are still fighting for their future. And for the last 3.5 months, they fight alone. Well, that's the question: is there will be any reaction of the Western world? But okay, it's not the point of my speech. I want to apologize because I went here with a weapon. I got a weapon here, but I'm not the only one. Because you see, in the Ukrainian Revolution, that was the weapon. That's the weapon of the modern war. Because the modern war is not just the blood, just the shots, but it's also the information. Information is one of the most important thing today. Well, the question is, who don't have the mobile phone here? Okay. Okay. So you see, you've got the two types of soldiers in Ukraine of this revolution. The one is with a shield, with a helmet. And the second one, they are sitting here. There's the Dmytro Knap, and there's Natalia Humeniuk. That's the normal people who got their mobile phones, who got the cable, who got the router, and who got the one application of the mobile phone, the Ustream. They are in the hotspots. They were in the hotspots. They were in the first line, and they're making the broadcast. Because the information is the most important. You can see the truth with no comments, just the picture. And the picture is the most important. Have you seen Full Metal Jacket of Stanley Kubrick? Who saw this Full Metal Jacket here? Okay, not much. Well, Full Metal Jacket is the movie about the Vietnam War, and the war as the media show, the show. And also the Ukrainian Revolution was the show for many, many people. You get everything, the fireworks, the fights, the blood, the fire, everything, and the picture. And the question is how you can use this picture. Because even just the picture is not all true. The Russian propaganda used these pictures of these fights to say there you got the radicals, there you got the boundaries, there you got the fascists. And that's what's going now here. We got the informational war in Ukraine. And for many, many years, Russia made a big influence on the eastern part of the country, of Ukraine and the Crimea. I was talking with the people who are living there. Well, they believe in the Russian media. And the question is, what the Ukrainian media can do to change the situation, to make the right, to show the point of view of themselves. Well, I think that we have to remember about the people, about all technological stuff in this revolution, which is important. We've got the war in the informational part, but also in the internet. Because we've got the war between Facebook and between the Kontakty. Kontakty is the Russian social site. And there you've got, in the Facebook, you've got this part of the Ukrainian society which are the most active. A lot of people who never using the internet now are in the Facebook, because the Ukrainians who are fighting by the information also create the profiles of Euromaidan, for example, where you got the non-stop, you've got the informations. You've got the information all the time, because the information, as I said, is the most important, what you can see. But I said about Stanley Kubrick movie. There the war was the media show. And there the picture was really important. Now it's much more complicated situation. Now we got so many pictures. We are attacked by 1,000 pictures every day. Every day. And in which picture we believe. And that's the point of this war. To show the truth, to show the biggest amount of the pictures of truth. But you are struggling here. That's a struggle. That's a struggle about truth is in the informational war. And there, for example, do you know how this revolution started in Ukraine? By Facebook. By the post on Facebook of Mustafa Naim, one of the Ukrainian journalists, who said that we have to protest, we have to support our European integration. And that was the beginning, by the Facebook. Then you got, in this day also, there was the one blogger, Cruz, who made the first broadcast by his mobile phone, like his iPhone. And that was the first guy who was not a journalist, but the normal guy who made the broadcast by his mobile phone. Thousands of people watching it. They're sitting in front of their computers and watching what's going on in Kiev. And after this, they got some of the publications in Ukrainska Pravda. It's one of the most important websites in Ukraine, who tell the story of this guy and to show the know-how, how you can make the broadcast, how you can be the soldier in this informational war. Well, and it's still going on, this war. I have to look at the clock because they said I got only 10 minutes. And also, now in Crimea, and now in the eastern part of the country, you got the same situation. You got still the war about the information. You know what is the problem? That a lot of Western media, I've spoken with these people, was really getting the information from the Russian media. From the Russian media, which most of them, they really don't tell the truth. Really. Do you know, for example, in Crimea, I was standing in the gate of one of the television. There was the Tatars, Crimean Tatars, who was securing this television from the attack of the Russians, of that unknown soldiers which are now in Crimea. The Russian journalists came to us, spoke with us for 5 minutes, went out, and after 10 minutes, the Tatars got the calls from their families, and they say, you know, in the Russian media they say that you beat one Russian journalist. What? We just talked, that was a girl, we gave her the coffee. Well, in the Russian media you got the information that there was the beaten journalist. For example, in Simferopol, that's the capital city of Crimea. There you've got the self-defense of the Crimea, of the Russians who are living there, who really believe that there will be the fascists there. They went, for example, from Petersburg to Simferopol to protect the Russians, because they watched in the Russian television the pictures of fights on the streets of Simferopol. Well, that was the pictures from Kiev, 3 weeks area. You have to know that now we are, everyone of you, everyone who are sitting here, we are the part of this war. Because now you get the war between the truth and between the propaganda. I don't know, I will finish on it only. Just to remember about it. Just to remember that you have to remember about these things.